What is going on? Good people. I just feel like that sounds so much better coming out of my mouth than the other dude that hosts some shows sometimes on this show. Anyway, this is your WWE No Mercy predictions, or as we call it, ICWP predicts No Mercy 2017. And we got a whole slew. I feel like slew got to be a word. A whole slew, baby. I'm going with it. Whole slew of guests.
It's in the
Hopefully,
DJ dictionary.
You know, we got DJ, obviously your esteemed host. We got Chase or whatever his name is. We got Justin. We got Brandon, and we got Amy. We got a
Hi.
full cast. We got a full house, as they say.
we sure
Do they
do.
say that? Do they
We
say that?
got the
But anyway,
Fuller House.
we do. Real quick, I do want to hit the Bobby Heenan passing away here on was it Monday if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, that's no, Sunday night.
No, it
Sunday
was
night.
Sunday.
Sunday night. I was definitely saddened by it. I saw one of my friends in Walmart a couple of weeks ago, and he was talking to me about Bobby Heenan and how he would still kind of troll you even though he couldn't talk with like his little white erase board or whatever, and he was still hilarious. Um, it's definitely one of those bittersweet things. Like I know there's a lot of people, especially his family, and wrestling fans in general, just hurting by it. But I think everyone can kind of agree with me on this one. I would rather someone be at peace now than to be suffering, and because we all know he was suffering throughout these last years of his life. So I definitely would rather him be at peace now instead of being suffering. One of the greatest managers of all time, if not the greatest manager of all time. I always loved him. I know Brandon and I always have conversations about him being on commentary with Gorilla Monsoon and how great they were together. Um,
Oh, it's just absolutely amazing. Just you think
yeah,
about it, it's not fair to Flair, not
yeah,
fair to Flair. Just talking about all his cheating ways, and then Monsoon would yell, "Will you stop?" all the time, and now they're reunited again in the gorilla position up at the pearly gates, and I just this is kind of a personal thing for me. Bobby Heenan's the reason why I became a broadcast journalist. He always used to call himself broadcast journalist. When I was a kid, I was like, I could do this. If that lying weasel can do it, I could do it better. And he is honestly one of my. I still use Bobby Heenan isms to this day, and he is an incredible man. He'll be sorely missed. One of the greatest wrestling personalities and one of the funniest people ever on God's green earth. Guy was an unbelievable talent. I mean, really, honestly, when people ask all the time, I remember one time somebody asked me who Hulk Hogan's greatest rival is, and people always say Macho Man, Roddy Piper. I said Bobby the Brain Heenan. Bobby Heenan was his rival from the time he got in the business to the time he got out of the business. Just shows you what a great manager Bobby Heenan was. They would pair him up with everybody in the WWF, every heel, even ones that didn't need managers, like Kurt Hennig and Rick Rude, and he was still the best. Guy can take an ass kicking. He can get the crowd to hate him. He can get the crowd to laugh at him. Just unbelievable, and he will be missed. And I know a lot of people, everybody on this on this call right now has some memories of Bobby Heenan, and like you said, DJ, me and you talk about Bobby Heenan a lot, and I tell you, he meant a lot to me, and I'm glad he's not suffering anymore. He's had a lot of health problems over the last, since 2002, so glad he's not suffering anymore. But yeah,
all right.
rest in peace, Brain.
Yeah. Anybody else who wants to give any 2 cents or 50 cents or how many cents you want to give about Bobby the Brain Heenan? Feel
I'll
free.
give $1 million. But it's really sad that he passed away. But I don't like to say a person suffered like you both said. 'Cause, I mean, because like no one really wishes suffering on anybody. But I remember this experience when I actually met him a few years ago in 2015 at WrestleMania 31, or I'm at WrestleCon, and it was kind of sad to see the condition that he was in. But he was like so humble and down to earth guy. But I mean, it was just sad to see that condition that he was in. But I mean, I didn't wasn't able to see much of him back in the day because I'm a youngin, I'm a youngin. But the footage I do see of him, he's one of the greatest managers of all times, and I definitely do agree with you, Brandon, that um, Hulk Hogan that was Hulk Hogan's biggest rival back in the day. I do agree with you with that, and he's
I mean,
just
I mean, I mean, to show you what a great rival he was of Hogan, even after Hogan turned heel and went to the NWO, Heenan still cheered against him.
hmm
Still, Heenan has always been a heel commentator, and he cheered against Hogan. He said he didn't mind the rest of the NWO, but he hated Hogan.
and he's one of the reasons why some of these other like managers are like great, like Paul Heyman maybe like he's one of the reasons why they are great because other people idol him so much.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's so funny. Like, and I know the DJ probably doesn't like this guy very much, but James E. Cornette, Jim Cornette, he is.
I would have hey, what does Casey always say? He wants to punch him in the face until he bleeds.
So much.
I love
Well,
Cornette.
Cornette is one of the greatest managers of all time. I remember people used to say he was the greatest manager, and Cornette himself would say, "I'm not the greatest manager. Bobby Heenan was the greatest manager." Bobby Heenan was just unbelievable. I mean, people would legitimately want to kill him when he was out there. That's how much he'd get the crowd so riled up. And I mean, I swear to you, if you guys get a chance, go on YouTube and you search Bobby Heenan, you will find some of the greatest moments in the history of wrestling.
Most
But
definitely.
I'm going to go one step farther. I don't
Yeah.
think he's just the greatest manager. I think everything he did in the business, he was the best. Whether it was commentary,
Yes.
whether it was, being a manager, whether it was vignettes, everything that he did, he was the best. And I did just see him at WrestleCon this past WrestleMania, and it was cool to see him, but just the condition that he was in, it was depressing. It was sad. So it's just, again, like you guys both said, I'm glad that he's not suffering anymore. I'm glad that he's at peace, but he was one of the greatest at everything that he did.
It's just so sad now to think that one of the greatest moments in the history of WrestleMania, the Macho Man Liz reunion at WrestleMania 7, every single person who was involved in that match has now passed away. Macho Man,
Wow.
Liz, Warrior, Sherry, Gorilla, and Bobby Heenan. All of those people who were involved in that match at ringside, in the ring, and at commentary are all gone now. It's so sad. But I tell you one thing, man, and somebody said this best. They said that ring up in the sky, it's a sold out show right now. You have Monsoon and Heenan reunited again. The greatest commentating duo in the history of professional wrestling.
They
Amy, real quick.
commentate up above, up in heaven.
That's right.
Amy, real quick, if you have anything before we move on to No Mercy 2017.
I think everything's been said. May he rest in
Wonderful.
peace.
Let's move on to No Mercy 2017. The first match is probably on the doggone pre-show. Please tell me it's ain't on the pre-show. Please. Justin, save my soul and tell me it's not. We got The Miz versus JJ. Why don't they call him JJ anymore? I don't understand. I mean, that was the greatest nickname of all time. I'm definitely excited for this match, though. Miz, like I said in Overreaction Friday, one of the greatest Intercontinental Champions of all time. I don't care what anybody says. Don't at me, bro. We can't overlook the people who are wrestling right now because there were so many greats in the past. Don't overlook this man. But anyway, I think it's going to be a great match. I'm definitely excited. I definitely want to. This match actually isn't listed on the pre-show. No match is listed on the pre-show right now, so they'll throw something random on there anyway. But I'm definitely excited for this match. It's going to be good. The Miz is one of the best right now. No matter how anyone thinks about him, Jason Jordan I think he's doing good things in the ring. We might not be excited about the character that he's given right now with the illegitimate, the son of Kurt Angle and all of that. I think it's dumb, but I'm definitely liking what he's doing in the ring. I watched Raw. I haven't watched this week's Raw or this week's SmackDown yet, but I definitely watched last week's and I really enjoyed it. Specifically Raw for this particular pay per view. And I like what Jason Jordan was doing. I also like what the Miz was doing. So I'm definitely excited for this match. It's going to be really good. Justin.
I was gonna say, who wants to go next?
I really don't know who I want to win this match. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they have Jason Jordan win just because, he's the illegitimate son of Kurt Angle. I hate that storyline. The storyline is so stupid.
It is a dumb
Don't we all?
storyline. It's a
And
stupid, yeah.
I tell you why, I can't get invested to it because we know, it's 2017. We know that's not his real son. We just know it.
They have documented his children multiple times. So
Yeah.
True. And they just can't, in 2017 you just can't do that. You can't hide that at this day and age. So that's why I can't get into it. It's like a stupid rivalry. I mean, it's a stupid storyline. What was that?
You can. You can. Have
I
you
can't.
watched Maury before? You can.
But I'm gonna say the Miz wins. I love everything the Miz is doing. I just love it.
I mean,
mean,
where's
he's
Hornswoggle when you need him? Just saying.
Oh God.
AIW.
I was gonna say he's
It's
not
true.
in GFW. He's not in GFW anymore. I know he had like a little brief,
But yeah,
you there.
yeah. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he loses though, because Jason Jordan. Oh no.
All I gotta say is he didn't mean to pull his pants down. Casey.
I mean, they're not gonna do a damn thing with Jason Jordan. They haven't so far. They're not gonna start now. This is gonna retain. Just that simple.
Hashtag GOAT. Brandon.
All right. Well, I think Miz is going to retain too. I think they put a smoke screen out there with Jordan getting laid out by the Miz and the Miztourage at the end of Raw on Monday. That usually whoever gets left laying at the go home show wins the match of the pay per view. I think it's going to be reversed. I think Miz is going to retain. Honestly, Jordan, I don't think he's ready to win a singles belt yet, and I don't know. I think this experiment's going to come to an end pretty soon.
Alrighty, let's be honest. Who really else was gonna win that 5-way match anyway? Amy.
Yeah.
Hi.
Do you got
Let's
Jason
see.
Jordan or the Miz?
It's really hard. The Miz. Honestly, I gotta give the Miz credit because A, he does go outside the script sometimes, and B, he's not afraid to say whatever's on his mind. He's called out them both twice now about not defending this title at a pay-per-view. You don't get that with champions that often who just walk around with the title belt. It's been shown in the past. He makes his title known. And I think they have him lose and just build up. They're building Jordan up through the losses, to Finn, and I don't know who the hell else he lost to, but they're building him up that way. So I see him losing. I don't see him getting rid of the Miz's title just yet. I think they have too many plans. Especially since they squashed Miz and Jordan about 2 months ago when this whole stupid child thing started. So I don't see them having Jordan would retain this at all. And If anyone hasn't realized, wherever the Hornswoggle storyline is, 2007-ish, 8. I think Stephanie was pregnant.
2007.
2008,
Yes,
actually. Well, 2007, 2008.
It was
yeah,
2007 because right after
Stephanie
the
was
Raw.
in between pregnancies. That's what I remember. Stephanie was in between pregnancies, so I know it's that time frame. That's where they are in recycled storylines. That's where they are in recycled storylines. FYI, anybody.
Oh Lord, we gonna move on from this real fast. And then I heard,
Amy and DJ, check your Instagram. You're welcome.
I can't check my Instagram right now. I'm on Facebook Live. By the way, if you haven't liked the Facebook page, be sure the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast on Facebook. Thank you, Casey. I appreciate the shout out. Moving on.
Hell no,
We
Casey.
got the king of the cruiserweights.
The king of the cruiserweights.
Going up against Enzo Amore. I'm actually kind of excited for this match. A lot of people are like, "Oh, this match gonna be
so you're the one."
Oh wait, where's the Tony Atlas live when we need it?
Well, I feel like I said with Raw and SmackDown, you have to watch it before you can criticize it. We haven't seen this match. Well, I haven't seen this match yet. I haven't watched 205 Live. I haven't really watched that much of Raw. I watched last week, the week before last week's Raw, and not this week yet. So like I haven't seen this match yet, and I'm going to watch it with an open mind and see if I like it. And you know I like Enzo Amore. Enzo Amore is bringing something different to the cruiserweight division. We might say he can't wrestle, but at least he's bringing a little bit more entertainment. That's still slightly important in the sports entertainment realm. But I'm going with the king of the cruiserweights. No one beats the king. He's the king. Long live the king. Neville, baby. Justin.
I mean, this isn't hard to predict. I mean, this is gonna be a piss break, in my opinion.
This is gonna be a pre-show match, in my opinion.
I think it's unfortunate because, like, Neville, he deserves better. I mean, Enzo, he just needs to get he just needs to get repackaged. I mean, not even repackaged. No. He needs
to get repackaged. Like, I think he's doing fine with what he's doing. Obviously,
you mean
like,
cheating on his girlfriend and getting backstage heat like no other?
No, I mean I'm talking about like when it comes to actually talking in the ring.
And I was gonna say,
so you mean
I don't give a crap about the backstage stuff. That's on him.
Well, also
soundtrack that's on repeat though. That's all it is. It's repeat.
Oh, Amy. Also, you have to remember he's a dipshit too who spent $10,000 on a Mayweather and McGregor match in Las Vegas a couple months last month. So you have to remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because like when I heard that, I was like, "Good God, he overpaid for that."
But I got Neville win this match. I mean, he's the king of the cruiserweights.
Yep.
I mean, he's not losing. I don't know who's ever going to beat him. I don't know who's ever going to beat him.
No one besides Akira Tozawa on 205 Live. Anyway,
for 6 days.
I think it was Raw. But anyway, Casey.
Neville's not going to drop the damn title until they start pushing people in 205 Live, which they don't do.
When's the last time you watched 205 Live, by the way?
Push TJP. I like TJP. He's a face.
I mean, if Justin will let me talk.
He won't.
Not for a while, because I know it's the same. They're not pushing anybody. They're not, like... And then people complain that there's no personality on 205 Live, and they don't let them have personality. A lot of these guys have really good personalities, and we've seen it. They're sticking to the core people that they always do. It's the WWE, it's hashtag WWE logic. Let's stick to 2 or 3 people and only push them. That's what they're doing in 205 Live. They need to push more people. Give pass the belt around. Let other people have it. It's dumb. So I love Enzo, but he's not ready for a singles title anyway.
Yeah, I definitely.
I mean, if they didn't give him a tag team championship, they're not going to give him a singles title.
I wouldn't necessarily venture to say he'd never get a singles title. I just think it's going to take some time.
Well, they
like 5 years now.
they split him and Cass up way too quick still, and he's still not ready to be on his own yet. I don't think.
Alrighty, Brandon.
Well, I think this is pretty easy. I mean, all conventional signs point to Neville. I mean, it's a possibility that maybe it'd be an upset, but I think it'd be ridiculous if Enzo wins this match. So I'm gonna pick Neville, and and I'm gonna piggyback off of what I heard earlier for 205 Live. The problem with 205 Live is they try and make it WWE Raw-ish. They try to make it where, hey, let's get these guys come out here and cut 15-minute promos or cut these really awkward backstage segments. It's just the reason why cruiserweights worked in WCW is because they didn't have them do crap like that. They just had them go out there and wrestle. I can't believe I'm about ready to say something WCW did was better than WWE, but they went out there and wrestled, actually had wrestling matches. That's all they need to do is go out there and have wrestling matches. They don't have to cut promos. They don't have to do stuff like that. They can still do promos, but they don't have to go out there and cut long promos. The only guy who really can cut a really decent promo, my opinion, is Neville, even though Neville does have an accent, but I think he's perfect. Neville is the guy to keep the belt on. Only problem is they have not done a good job pushing anybody else in there besides of Neville. So it's going to be hard to find somebody to take that belt off of him and keep it.
No.
I mean, an accent will hold you back, man. Look at Cesaro. Amy.
Hi. Let's see. Neville. Mainly because A, he deserves it. He's a hell of a lot better. And yeah, I get it's his job to put over the sucky talent of the world. That's everybody's job. However, my biggest issue is the day, I've said this before, the day before that man, Enzo, went into 205 Live, his Instagram Live, 206, no dimes given. He doesn't give a shit about that division. He doesn't care. He's being forced there. They're saying it's for this whole bring more awareness to 205 Live and he's supposed to bring viewers. No, he's being punished. He's being sent down. He can't hack it with anyone else in the ring. He can barely hack it with the cruiserweights. He's being punished and getting a push at the same time. Yeah, it's their logic. But I don't think he's worth the money on 205 Live or holding that belt. He's on repeat. Literally the same crap is just recycled week over week. It's like every other week you hear the same thing. If you pay attention.
I was going to ask you.
He's not that unique.
Did you pop when Neville did the little Enzo dance on Monday?
Yeah, I laughed.
That was funny.
I more or less liked when Miz called Enzo out and said everything that was meant to be said. You know, you've got severe heat when they're putting it on screen like that.
It was pretty rough. It was rough.
I loved it. It's what needs to be heard. I don't believe he deserves it. There are plenty of other talents that deserve it. In my opinion, if you're going to do this, don't have a cruiserweight division. Let them fight normally. Or let them go back to the indies because they're doing a hell of a lot more down there in the indies. And they have skill and talent just not being used. So.
Absolutely.
I watched 205 Live.
Amen, Amy.
As far as the promos, though, and hearing the same thing over and over again, that's not necessarily his fault. That's WWE scripting. If you watch his stuff in NXT, it was different every week, and it was good.
Yeah, that's how he started on the main roster, but then it just stopped.
Yeah, now they're just they do it with everybody. It sucks.
Yeah, but if they're trying to bring viewers, they would change that. But he's got somewhat of a say in his promos, I know. That was one thing I read. However, he's a jackass to work with. From everything I've read, he's horrible to work with. No talent really wants to work with him, and that's sad that they're pushing him. Honestly, they need to cut him. He needs to go to some other production, in my opinion. He just needs to be cut. He's worthless to me. But
moving on, if we can, to Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. I've actually kind of liked the way this is developed. in recent weeks. I like Bray Wyatt just peeling back the layers of Dustin Rhodes. I just thought it was cool. It's something we hadn't really seen in a while, especially from Dustin. Like I like Bray Wyatt's ability to turn these quote monsters, these freaks into like just normal men. For some reason, I just really like that, and I think they should continue to build on that if they were consistent with Bray Wyatt, but they're not. Going with the fan in me, dang on it. I'm going with Bray Wyatt, Justin, and then Casey.
You know, I wish they were having a stipulation on this match, like of some sort, like a last man standing or like a first. I wish they still had the first blood matches.
Oh, House
Because
of Horrors match.
no, not that, not that, not that ever again. Like a first blood match, because back at the last pay per view, what was the last pay per view? SummerSlam, right? That was the
Yeah.
last like joint pay per view. Yeah, so like SummerSlam, you know, remember how they used the blood and stuff?
Unfortunately, WWE will never have a first blood match probably ever again.
I know, right? But I wish they had like a stipulation on this to make it mean worth something.
See, I thought there
But
was a stipulation for this match.
was also, but like when I looked at it, there was no stipulation. Like what? That's whack. But I got Finn Balor winning. I mean, they're not gonna push Bray Wyatt here. They're not gonna give him the win. Finn Balor. Whose turn is it? Brandon?
No, it's my
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah.
whose turn it is.
It's not my turn quite yet.
Justin trying to skip it. First of all, he doesn't make the PowerPoint until like a half an hour late. And anyway,
It was already made. So shut up.
okay, I love Finn Balor. I love Bray Wyatt. I am not excited for this match at all. At all. I was more excited for Bray Wyatt versus Dustin Rhodes and hoping we actually see a Dustin Rhodes run because that'd be cool than I am for this match. Because I know Bray Wyatt's just going to lose because that's all they ever do with him. They never push him. They never have him win. And he's so good. Both of these guys could put on an amazing match. But at the end of the day, we know what the outcome is going to be. So why are we getting excited for it? I don't see the point. Brandon?
Well, I definitely agree. This match, I think it's unnecessary because I feel like SummerSlam felt like the end of the feud, and then they just kept it going. Finn Balor won definitively, decisively at SummerSlam as the Demon, and I mean, what is there left to prove? I mean, the thing is, I think conventional wisdom would say Finn Balor's going to win, but I'm going to say Bray Wyatt's going to win. I think
Bray Wyatt's gonna win because they're going with this man versus man thing.
Man versus man. That's something I liked. I liked him wiping the face paint off of Gold Dust. It's something you don't see very often. And, it's not like a burial of Gold Dust, too, because Gold Dust is pretty much bulletproof at this point. I mean, the guy's been around for 22 years. Guy can do. I mean,
and he's kind of back to being similar to his original gimmick in it, and it's working.
Yeah, and the thing is with Goldust is with Dustin Rhodes, honestly, this is just my opinion and might be unpopular. I think he's better now than he was back when he first became Goldust because he's in much better shape and he's in much better state of mind too.
Well, and he knows the character now.
Yeah, and he embraces character. I'll tell you, the character was very, very uncomfortable when it first came about in 1995.
I bet it was like
supposed to be though, wasn't it? That was
that was his whole gimmick. That's what he was supposed to be doing.
Yeah, that was some very, very risque stuff for 1995 WWF.
Yeah, you know what?
Val Venus is more risque, and freaking Kai and Tai and the Choppy Choppy was more risque.
Well,
never will be.
Well, I was gonna say that was 3 years after the fact. 1995 WWF, you had guys like Duke the Dumpster and Isaac Yankem and the Goon and
You
Bastion
had
Booger.
Shawn Michaels on Playgirl in 1995.
Well, that's
what
true.
more risque could you ask
Well, I
for?
was going to say, bro, Shawn Michaels wasn't on Playgirl on television. They didn't reveal that till 1997.
Well, you know what I'll tell you though. This is the thing. You know who's coming out though?
Who?
It's gonna be a good joke. Velveteen Dream.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
Bro, he's amazing. If you don't like it, you're out of your mind. Like if you don't like it, you literally need to go to a psychologist and figure out what's wrong with you.
There's something I want to say. Like, you know what you said, DJ, about this being a man versus man type of rivalry?
Yeah.
They should have made they should have made Finn Balor be the demon here, and have Bray Wyatt win and then wipe off the face paint.
Well, that would have made sense if he had already I feel like he should have found some way to do that in the previous match if they were going to keep it going.
Well, the thing is, honestly, the face paint wipe off thing, I think they should have saved that for. I think they should have done that this past Monday instead of the Monday before. I think it would have been a little more effective. And this what's funny is at their match at SummerSlam, we talked about what a big mistake it was for them to reveal that he was going to be the demon at SummerSlam.
See, I wouldn't be surprised if they make him be the demon here.
The thing is, I don't know. It might be a man versus man thing. I don't know.
Bray Wyatt announced it's going to be a man versus man thing, so he's not going to be the demon.
But like I said, maybe Bray will get the win. I think Bray's due for a pay-per-view win. Last pay-per-view win he did get was against
What's
Randy
Elimination
Orton.
Chamber?
That's right. Well, actually, he beat Randy Orton in the that House of Bullshit match.
Did he beat him? No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. But Jinder helped him.
It was Orton.
No, Jinder helped Orton lose.
Oh yeah, because wait, I thought he had the WWE Championship.
Anyway, moving on. Brandon.
Oh, jeez.
Did you what?
Not you, sorry.
Oh, I was about to say. But anyway, Brandon just picked the match. Amy.
Yes. Oh, Finn. Sorry, y'all had
I was ignored. I get you.
No, sorry, I was yelling at somebody. And I'm assuming we're talking about Finn and Bray because there was a whole massive tangent, so I was peacefully listening. Clearly choosing Finn for this because I get where they're going with it. It works. They're doing a really good build-up of Finn Balor's backstory character, saying the demon's within the man is the demon. It's a Jekyll and Hyde type deal. However, I don't know if y'all have seen Dexter, but he's somewhat pulling Dexter qualities out. How he's just mannerisms and everything. WWE's doing a real good job of building up that character slowly. And I think that's all Bray Wyatt's being used for right now. It's just Finn's character build up because that man's still in the doghouse because of JoJo. Sorry, DJ. Yo, girl is dating that sociopath, home wrecking man named
They're lying.
Bray Wyatt.
They're lying to you, man.
She followed the buzzards.
Yeah.
She did more than follow the buzzards.
Yeah.
Y'all funny. I got a new girl, Dakota Kai.
You need to watch her older stuff. She's great, by the way. Dakota is killing it, and she killed it before the Mae Young Classic. But no, they're just using, in my opinion, they're using Bray to build up Finn's character even more because it just makes sense because Bray's sociopathic, and they're bringing out different tendencies in Finn's character. So I really like that. I mean, I don't know if any of y'all have Instagram or anything, but if you follow WWE's Instagram, their stories did a real good just combination of the demon and Finn just going back and forth, which I thought was really cool. So they're doing little things like that to build it up even more, just his character. They're not doing crap for Bray Wyatt, let me tell you that, but they're doing great things for Finn Balor. So I say Bray loses and he goes on to his next loss, debacle, punishment. Feels like half the locker room between SmackDown and Raw has done something to get them in trouble lately.
Yeah. But Amy, it's funny you say that about Finn, about his character. The one thing I love about his character is the theme of duality of the Jackal and
That's true.
Hyde. I love that. The Demon and Finn Balor. Just it's almost like two sides of a coin. I just think it's great.
Yeah, that or if anyone hasn't heard of Dexter, look up just like a
I've watched some of
YouTube.
I watched some of the earlier episodes, and it is a good show.
Well, yeah, he's got a lot of Dexter qualities, and that's what's really cool.
He even kind of
I
looks
need,
like him.
I need to start getting into that show.
I recommend it.
I was gonna say it kind of gets a little disappointing the last couple episodes of the series, but
Yeah.
it's still a good show.
If you do watch it, Justin, give it more than one episode. It took me about 4 to get into
Hey,
it.
you know what? Speaking of one episode, I hated Lucha Underground after I watched the first episode. Moving on.
Yep.
But it's still great.
Plus, I saw Chavo, and that ruins everything. Anyway, we got Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, the Raw Tag Team Champions, by the way. You couldn't tell by the red and the two belts. I got you, bro. Going up against, I love this team name. I just do. The Bar. I like it. I'm a fan.
The Bar.
I don't like Sheamus and Cesaro. I kind of like him a little more now. But, like, The Bar, though, I like it. I'm a fan. Anyway, I'm going with Sheamus and Cesaro. Screw Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. I'm sorry. I like them. They're entertaining. They're funny. They make me laugh. I feel like it was too early for me. It was too early for me, personally. I'm going with The Bar, baby. Hit forearms. Yeah. Justin.
I mean, I'm going with two members of the Shield, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Burn it down! I freaking love that. I like that theme. I don't know what I'm talking about the theme, but I got them winning. I mean, this match is gonna be. It could possibly be match tonight, in my opinion.
I mean, it won't be New Day Usos.
Yeah, I know. I like this match at SummerSlam. This match is really good at SummerSlam.
Oh, that match at SummerSlam was great.
But I think it's gonna be really good here also. But I just wondering like, oh man, it's lost my train of thought. Never mind. I got Dean Ambrose.
When The Bar is gonna win the titles back. I understand, Justin. I get it.
They're not winning the titles back.
I understand. But anyway, Casey.
Oh man, go. Okay, so let me get this straight. Let me get this all cleared up. This is for the ECW tag team titles, right?
Right.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Because
The Bar wide a little bit.
That's what I thought. I'm going with I think Jamie Noble and Dean Malenko gonna come in. They're gonna cash in. They're gonna win titles.
That was hilarious.
You're gonna cash in the tag team Money in the Bank briefcase, Matt.
They're gonna cash in the we're creative and we can do what we want titles, and they're gonna take the titles. It's gonna be great. No, I'm going with the retain because I hate The Bar. I hate the name. It's stupid. It's dumb.
The Bar.
I don't care what DJ says. It's the dumbest thing ever.
The Pub. That's what their name should be. The Pub.
So obviously you hate Cesaro because he's Swiss. Anyway, Brad.
What?
Why don't they call him The Pub?
It was the Vince McMahon joke, bro.
Oh yeah, just too Swiss. Too Swiss. No, I have to say I'm going with the. I actually think Cesaro and Sheamus are a good tag team. I like The Bar, and even though they do look like Travis Bickle's European cousins, I mean, especially Sheamus. Sheamus just looks crazy. I actually think it's funny watching his looking at those that big old Irish rooster haircut of his. But that being said, I really think that it's going to be retained here. Seth Rollins and Dean are going to get the W and keep the belts longer. The only thing is, I don't know who's going to take the belts off of them because eventually that's going to happen.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. See, I don't understand what the payoff is with like Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. Yes, they won the titles, but where did they go after this? Like, what's the payoff? Because they already won the titles.
There is
Like,
it's over.
Well, I was going to say
I know.
I was going to say the payoff probably is either going to be they're either going to go the separate ways again, or Ambrose will be the heel and Rollins will be the
Dude.
baby.
See, I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's what's going to happen. Like, see, because I want, like, let me say this analogy. This might be a disturbing analogy, but like, I want to stroke it a little bit more before, like,
Oh God!
Oh,
before, like, with
I
the
don't know what
payoff.
you want to do.
Like, because, like,
What?
Children's show.
I don't know why.
Really just-
I wasn't mean actually doing that, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like that they put the titles on so like.
They did put the titles on very
Of
quickly,
all
but
the analogies this man could have used.
Family show. It's a family.
I'm just
So-
saying of all the analogies. Lord, help, please.
it's okay. It's all right.
We gonna move on because obviously, come on, guys. The payoff,
I don't think Amy predicted.
we're not moving on from the match. We're moving on to Amy, obviously. The payoff is that we get another Sheamus title run. Amy,
Hi. Hi, boy.
Hi.
Clearly, the winner will be the club. Because for some unholy reason, I still think they're going to come down there, interrupt this match. It's going to turn into a triple threat tag match, and I think they're coming to win it. Just
wouldn't
saying.
the club be awesome tag champions?
Again.
Is Teddy Long
Two
still?
times.
Is Teddy Long still there, and he's gonna make this a triple threat match play?
Well, if you the last couple of weeks on Raw have literally been the three of them feuding, so it makes no sense to just have those two, the two teams, Baby Shield and the Bar, fight.
You know what they should? You know what they
It
should
makes
do?
no sense. Yes,
Roman
Baby
Reigns the
Shield.
only man in this.
Shield, Shield
got Baby
2.0.
Shield versus the Bar versus the club. You know,
Please don't.
that sounds like a night of my job, all right? I take on the people in the club, I take on people in the bar, and I'm the Shield. Call it a day. That's my work life. No joke either. Legit, that's no joke.
I gotta say one thing. You know,
What's up?
I think they should like make this
Wait,
like.
Justin, I don't know if you should say any more things like the rest of the show.
No.
Well, yeah,
I think they should make this end in the
He's gonna get
DQ.
us thrown off YouTube.
I think they should make this end in the DQ and like have a triple threat at the next Raw pay per view, like a ladder match triple threat. Since the next pay per view is TLC.
Would you say a ladder war? Moving on.
Oh, and your guys' payoff, it'll later be discussed on the line. However, I'm almost positive that they're still going to keep Brock and Roman at WrestleMania. So if Baby Shield keeps the titles, I can see them going to help Roman win the title, and then that's
Please
how they...
quit calling them Baby Shield. They're Shield
No.
2.0.
Nope,
Baby Shield.
They're Baby Shield because
Shield.
look, they're Baby. Don't at me on this one, people. They're Baby Shield because Roman Reigns is the only man in the Shield. Moving on, we got the Fatal 5-Way because WWE loves their freaking Fatal 5. Stop it! Stop it! Fatal 5-Way wasn't even a match type before like last year. Stop. Anyway, we got.
What are you talking about?
Fatal 5-Way was barely a match type. Like, I ain't seen.
No, you were saying stop it. I didn't know if you were referring to that or your dog.
Yeah, no, I was literally talking about Fatal 5-Way matches.
Okay.
We've seen like 3 million.
5, but yes.
True. We got the Raw Women's Champion. Should be Sasha Banks. We got Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax versus Bayley versus Emma. Bro, did they just hate Sasha? Like, seriously though. Do they just hate? Like,
yes,
why
they actually do. Have you not read the article? Like, no, this is a legit thing. Have you not read the articles they put out? They don't think she's worthy of it. They don't think she can hold the title. They're sick of her injury, even though it was caused by 2 other people. And they don't think she's good enough.
Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. That's a bunch of bullshit, man. That's just
a bunch of horse duty. He said.
That's just a bunch of horse malarkey. Horse malarkey. that's just I hate that kind of thinking. Like they have such a freak. Well, this is horrible, horrible phrasing too. They have such a hard on for Nia Jax. It is ridiculous. The way and it is like I don't understand what they're doing. It looks like this is just my opinion. It looks like basically whoever wins this match is going to get fed to Asuka.
Yeah,
Asuka's
because she's
coming because
I
Asuka's going to kill everybody on that roster.
I hate how they already announced that she's coming to Raw. Like, I wanted to be a surprise. Like, there's no surprise now.
I just
I mean,
wanted to be a bidding war for her. I wanted to see SmackDown and Raw fight for her. Like
same.
pretty much be
No,
like
I didn't want to
negotiate.
see that at all.
I want to see
It
both
makes
of
more
them.
sense for her to go to Raw.
Well, the thing is, like SmackDown is a better division, I think.
No,
Yeah.
I disagree. No, SmackDown doesn't have the big stars, so I'm happy she's going to Raw because they got the bigger stars. Like they got Bailey, they got Sasha, they got
In
Nia.
the goddamn world are you talking about on that division that's a bigger star than the SmackDown veterans?
I mean, Naomi, she's not that big of a star.
Charlotte Flair is.
Charlotte Flair, yeah, that's a big star.
You have
That's
Natty.
about Natty.
You've got Becky.
Becky.
That's the thing,
What the
though.
hell? What the heck has Becky
Overlook them.
done? What the heck has Becky done lately?
She sells
What they've
merchandise,
run her.
and if they sell merchandise, and she gets reactions from the crowd, unlike a lot of people, like
She's
I
one
don't
of the
know.
few women who doesn't need a title, who doesn't need to be put out there or promoted every week. She can just come out there and the crowd is behind her.
Well, she's a great baby face. She's one of those baby faces that I just cannot see be a heel on the main roster because she's such a good baby face.
Besides, she needs to. Asuka can go to Raw and help out then because there's rumors that Paige is coming to SmackDown. That's all I need.
No. Do you know what they should do? They should put switch Charlotte and Sasha, like switch them shows, in my opinion, because I would always wish that Sasha Banks was on SmackDown.
I think she'd be a natural fit for SmackDown.
Let's be honest, people. Let's be honest. We just made Alexa Bliss as the champion again. That's all that is. Don't get me wrong. I ain't even that mad. I'm gonna be honest. I think.
Well,
Alexa,
the thing is, I don't understand putting the belt on Sasha at SummerSlam and getting her to lose the belt 2 weeks later on a throwaway Raw.
Yeah, I didn't understand it either. But I mean, we've seen it so many times that I kind of don't get surprised by it anymore.
No, I know.
It's just to make Alexa look dominant, and they used it in the storyline. If you paid attention, they even pulled the card that you can't defend the title, and that was a shot at her after she threw something out on Twitter, and then she changed all of her Twitter profile, took out WWE Superstar and everything, and listed her booking email.
Yeah,
she's out the door soon.
Well, the thing is with Sasha, I like Sasha, but you know how Vince McMahon is. He's like, ha ha ha, I gotta screw with the people. We gotta, the people that you like, we're gonna get them to lose. We're gonna get them to get their ass kicked, and we're gonna let people who people won't give a flying fart about, like Nia Jax, do something. I mean, a lot of times when Nia Jax comes out there, it sounds like you can hear wind blowing in the background. It's just
hey, that's my bae. That's bae right there.
I'm sorry. I think she seems like a lovely person. They just don't do a good job with her.
All right. Let's pick the match.
Okay. Well,
I actually kind of like Nia Jax myself. Anyway, I'm going. I'm going. I mean, I just stand up for the big girl. Shout out to my girl Piper. The peace sign of
Piper Nivens.
That's my favorite girl ever. But anyway, I'm going with Alexa. I think Alexa retains for Asuka to be the best in the world and beat her upcoming, probably like at Survivor Series. Justin.
I got Alexa retaining. I mean, Emma's not winning. I don't know if they really trust Bailey right now. It's Alexa Bliss who's retaining this. Let's be honest.
I'm glad Bailey's back.
I'm glad she's back. Also,
I mean, for a couple of reasons. Casey.
I know.
First of all, you sick. You're sick. She likes how you're a sick person.
I'm not. She's a beautiful female competitor.
I mean, but I know what you was talking about, and you're sick.
No, I'm happy she's not.
She's in there. She's
She's
okay.
annoying.
So another thing that rhymes with sick.
Okay,
I'm not gonna say.
let's not. No, we are trying not to get kicked off YouTube. We are trying not to get
I didn't say the word though.
good.
So
Don't say it. Don't.
Wait, I don't understand like where that was even relevant though. That's just a quick question.
Anyway, uh, first of all, why the hell is Emma in this match? Like,
because she
Because
wanted
give
to.
Emma a chance.
She
It's
no,
a
it's
warm.
more than
It's
that,
a
bro.
warm body. It's a warm
No,
body to take
that's
a
not
pin.
what it is, man. I'm
To take
telling
a
you,
pin.
she is the
She's eating the pin.
sole person who started the women's
I
revolution.
believe that. I believe that she's taking the pin. Yeah.
like,
That's what she-
She's eating the pin. She's eating the pin
like,
for
Yeah,
sure.
it's already been said.
She's losing.
I get the storyline, but like, why? And I still can't take Nia Jax seriously as a heel. She comes off too much as a nice person to me.
Yeah, she seems like a lovely person.
Yeah, and I can't get past that. I can't. Oh. But my girl Alexa cannot be killed by Asuka, so she gotta drop the title. I'm sorry, girl, you gotta do it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with Emma.
Ooh, boy.
Boy, what?
Tony Atlas laughing at Brandon.
I love
I-
you, Emma, but you gotta
Well,
get.
I tell you, I'll never take you to Vegas. If I ever go to Vegas, I'm not taking you with me, boy.
It makes perfect sense. I love Emma, but she can just get killed by Asuka, and it doesn't hurt anybody. It doesn't
I
hurt
mean, but
anybody.
she started the women's revolution. Dang on it.
Well, this is honestly, this is just my opinion. I think I agree with a lot of people's picks so far. I think Alexa is going to retain the belt. Alexa, I did think Alexa. Well, I did correctly predict Sasha was going to beat Alexa at SummerSlam, and then she lost the belt 2 weeks later. But I think
2 months
Alexa's going
later.
to
Yeah, she
retain. I
lost
think
the belt.
Alexa's going to keep the belt until what's that?
No, I was just saying you bossed it 2 months later.
No, I meant 2 weeks later. That's what I meant to say. But no, with Alexa, I think Alexa's going to keep the belt and be a placeholder until Asuka gets in, and that's probably going to be one of your main matches at the Survivor Series. So yeah, I think Alexa retains.
Dude, I'm so excited. Velveteen Dream versus Aleister Black. It's gonna be amazing. Sorry.
I didn't
Amy,
even understand what you just said.
What did you say?
Velveteen Dream versus Aleister Black. It's gonna be the greatest.
Aleister
Amy,
I
Black's
still
going to
didn't
win.
catch anything.
Wait,
well, if you watch NXT, you'll understand.
is he actually gonna face Aleister Black?
I don't know.
No, he should face Leo Rush because it makes more sense.
Yeah, Amy.
Hi.
God, I love this man so much. I hope no one walked in on that part of the conversation.
You love Casey. It seems what it sounds like.
You know what? You got me.
I knew it. I knew it. I honestly want none of these women to win. I want this belt to be vacant and someone else to get a shot. But
They gonna go all die
I
over dead. It's
I
gonna be
don't.
vacant.
You gonna say die over dead?
I,
Lord, there's a problem. It depends on how they want to go after it. I see that Oscar coming either Monday or that Sunday at some or whatever the hell pay per view is. No Mercy.
SummerSlam.
I don't know. I was gonna say Survivor Series, but
She's going back to
no,
the future.
No Mercy. She's either showing up during or after that match, and or Monday. I don't know. So it depends on how they want to have it. Because Alexa versus Asuka, that's a shit match. Don't need to see it. Because Alexa can't wrestle that style. Nothing.
Well,
There's a few. No, there's no argument for Alexa facing Asuka. She can't wrestle that good enough to face her. And then if you put Emma up against Asuka, I witnessed Emma get knocked out live from a kick. She legit got KO'd at NXT Live in Cleveland. That's how they announced Asuka's winner by knockout. I was in awe because that doesn't happen in WWE. You don't win via knockout. You win by
I mean,
pinfall,
they
submission,
wanted to
DQ.
protect her. They wanted to protect her because they didn't want her tapping out.
Who?
Well,
Emma?
I mean, but
Oh wait,
still,
no,
she
no, no,
like
no! I thought you were talking about Bailey at Dallas.
Bailey?
She didn't even say the name Bailey, but what?
I thought
Bailey.
I thought I heard the word
Well,
Bailey.
I was gonna say she passed out in the Oscar lock at Dallas last year.
but
Yeah, she
everybody
Yeah,
passed
passed
out,
out.
but
It's not that significant anymore. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
no, the
protect
Oscar
anybody
lock.
anymore.
No, but no, she does. Honestly, there's no win for this. Honestly, because whoever it is, you already know that next person's gonna face Asuka and lose. So there's honestly no
Oh my
point
god.
I
in
mean,
having a
she's
winner in this match.
Asuka's
You
like the
just need to
John
make it.
Cena of the women's
Yeah, you need
division.
to have Asuka come in and make it a 6-pack challenge and just have her win it there. Save us all the headache and trouble because this is stupid. We already know she's gonna win the title. She's undefeated. They faked an injury. They faked a collarbone or a broken collarbone, and then all of a sudden, no, she's just dropping the title.
Wait, really, was her
For
injury really
stupid.
fake?
Yes. If you have a broken collarbone, you're out for months. You're not out for 6 to 8 weeks. You have an immobilized arm.
Well, I mean,
Your
just
arm is
just
immobilized.
ask Tony Romo. Just ask Tony Romo. He knows all about it.
Oh my goodness. I'm watching the greatest thing I've ever
Yeah.
seen in my life on NXT right now. So if you haven't watched that show, be sure to watch that show. Amy,
But
who'd you pick?
yeah. Honestly, I hope they have Asuka come make it a 6-pack challenge so I don't gotta waste my time with the shitty ass Raw women's division because they don't give anyone else a shot. And they're not gonna give Bailey a proper run. If Bailey wins, she outright loses. They're gonna have her pass out or tap out this time. We know Sasha ain't gonna win if she wins. We know she ain't gonna retain it because they have no faith in her. Alexa sure as hell ain't gonna, and they're gonna find a way for Asuka to beat Nia Jax once again. And who's left? Emma. Emma will get knocked out again.
Well,
So,
yeah, it's
save me
funny.
the trouble. Save me the trouble of getting any of my hope up. Have Asuka come in, make a 6-pack challenge, call it a day. So we know
Well,
what's coming.
yeah.
I think Alexa's not that bad.
Okay, no, it's not that she's not that bad, but her versus Asuka is a whole different style. Alexa is a homegrown NXT WWE superstar. Asuka isn't. Asuka comes from strong style in Japan, and that's a whole hell of a lot
Well,
of
I mean, but
wrestling to deal with.
wouldn't Asuka be able to carry her, as we say?
No, because
I mean, think about it though. I
There's
mean,
no way.
we saw AJ Styles carry Roman Reigns. So
Yeah, but Roman has at least a better of a shot than
But
Alexa.
also communication. Does Asuka really have that good English skills to?
Well, she must have pretty decent English skills if she's hadn't lost a match since she's come over for
Well,
to
But I mean, she
NXT.
hasn't really had to
But here's-
carry someone that much yet.
Yeah, because mainly the small squash matches she's had have been with the homegrown talent. The actual indie superstars, they know how to carry a match, and a lot of them have worked in Japan, so they already know how to work with people who have issues with English. It's already a given. And you put her and Nikki Cross in a match. Did you see how phenomenal that was?
Oh, it was a great match.
All right, it's amazing.
That was great.
Great match. I love Nikki Cross.
yeah, that was great, by the way.
You need to have stronger women when you have Asuka in a match. Alexa's not that type. Roman could hang with AJ because he was stronger, and they could make AJ look like an underdog to a degree in the whole big dog versus little man thing. That's how they made that work. But
Roman
Alexa
Cross
has
was
no
pretty good.
shot in making that match work. None. She could barely face Nia Jax.
I feel you. All
And I
right,
love those two together.
moving on.
Team Rude.
We got John Cena. That punk ass. We got John Cena going up against Roman Reigns. I'm going with Roman. I think anytime Roman's in a match, I'm going with Roman. It's like one of those things. I have to do it. I'm his biggest fan right now, I think. Besides, like some little girl who like, oh my god, he's so cute. But like that's not me. I'm just a fan of Roman, and I'm going with Roman. He gonna beat up John Cena. I'm going with Roman Reigns, baby. Justin.
Um, This is actually for once in my life I'm actually rooting for John Cena, which is so surprising.
Because you're just a typical WWE fan.
No, shut up. I'm not.
I mean, by a vote of everybody but Justin in here, who thinks Justin's just a typical WWE fan who just goes with everybody else?
Yep.
I
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know Justin as well as some of you guys do, so I can't really give a proper answer.
No, but I've seen him win this match because I think they're gonna flip the way. Because like usually always like when he's always in these big matches, he usually always loses the first match,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes on to win the rest of the rivalry. Which I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that's how it's gonna go this time. I think it's gonna be flipped this time. I think Cena's gonna win this, and then Roman's gonna, he's gonna want to beat John Cena so desperately that they have their match. Like I want to say, I don't know, maybe not Survivor Series, maybe like Rumble or somewhere, and then he goes into WrestleMania, and then he goes to win the title.
Yeah, could happen.
I mean,
It's gonna be something like that.
I'm probably the only one, but I'm ready for another Roman Reigns title run. That's just me. Casey,
Yeah. Mm.
and I honestly don't mind being the only one.
I
You
mean, I
know,
wouldn't mind it maybe if they would like put him back in Shield.
That's too typical. Nah, don't do that. Chase,
you know, I want to go with Roman. I do. But it's like we talked about on the Instant Classic Wrestling podcast, episode 4 and 5. I think we both talked about it both of those weeks. They even with like the promos that they've been having together, it feels like they're just burying Roman. Like Roman will say something good, and then John Cena comes back with a scripted, promo that's like 10 times better. They're just burying him, and I don't understand why. They want to build him up as the next John Cena, but then when they have him against John Cena, they're doing what they always do. They just bury him. It doesn't make sense. So I want to go with Roman, but I'm afraid they're going to do what they always do, and Super Cena is going to win.
all right, and I know that we think this vest is like the most bulletproof and most comfortable thing in the world, but have you really seen it? That thing thin AF. That thing thinner than a wheat thin, bruh. Brandon,
No. With this match, honestly, this whole storyline is just confuses me. I mean, Roman Reigns is one of your most protected superstars in the WWE. The guy that they really have handled. Which the thing is, they haven't handled him well. They have not handled him well. I mean, you think about it. Since Roman beat Undertaker at WrestleMania, how many pay-per-view matches has he won since then? Just take a guess. Just take a guess.
probably like one or two.
No, none. Zero.
Well, and that's the thing. He's so protected.
But the thing is, he got destroyed and pinned by Brock in that fatal 4-way match at SummerSlam.
I thought it was Joe who got pinned up. It wasn't Joe?
No, it wasn't Joe. No, it was Reigns. Reigns got F5'd and beat.
Oh,
One,
yeah,
two, three.
it was Reigns, yeah.
Yeah. But
Well,
the thing
but
is,
that's the thing too. Reigns can lose and it not really hurt him.
Reigns loses. I'm gonna tell you what. That's one thing I can say about Reigns. The difference between Reigns and Cena. Reigns loses a lot more than Cena ever did when Cena first got started with his big run from 05 to like 2007. He did not lose very often. And when he did, he lost via shenanigans and via like people hitting people with like chairs and stuff like that. But no, getting back to what I was saying about it, this is just a very odd feud to me because it's so work shoot promos and stuff, and they're doing so many of these work shoot promos. I swear to God, I think Vince Russo might be secretly working with WWE.
No, don't say that. God awful piece of shit.
I don't like
Russo
Vinny
was
Ruby.
not that bad.
No, I don't like Vinny Ruby
DJ,
either.
we'll have a conversation later.
Vince Russo is
'Cause this
far
will be
better
a
than
rank.
Jim Cornette.
Hello, can I?
No.
Listen, the whole women's run from what
Okay, I'll give you
1995 to
women's wrestling.
2000 and
I'll
what?
give you women's wrestling.
Thank you. That's
I'll
all I need.
give you that. I
Thank you.
understand your argument, but
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
you know
hey,
me,
hey,
so
but
that
I,
argument.
did
yeah,
did
I'm with DJ on this. I'm with DJ. I like Benny Russo.
DJ? There's no coincidence that the WWE's best year creatively was in 2000 after Vince Russo left for WCW.
didn't
It's
2000 suck though? Realistically,
2000 was a
Yeah, it
good
did.
year for WWF.
like
I
realistically though, didn't 2000 like I know
No,
2000 like oh my god, it's 2000.
that
Dude,
Rock, the Rock Triple
those pay per
H.
views sucked that year.
No, the Rock and Triple H feud. You had the Kurt Angle win all the belts, and he was freaking awesome.
you
There was
guys,
a lot of good stuff, but
The best year was 2002, in my opinion.
you guys
well,
are thinking
well,
about
until Katie Vick,
Oh,
and
until the whole K Vic storyline with Kane and stuff. Oh, that was terrible.
oh
Don't.
well, yeah,
Uh, uh, t-
that Triple H storyline. But let's circle back around
hold on, real
to.
quick. I know Casey has something to say.
All right, go ahead.
No, I was saying that the year you were thinking about was '95. That was terrible, terrible.
Oh, that was a bad year for
But
everybody because he.
anyway, back to Roman. Not only does he lose a lot, I'm trying to get everything back to to help DJ out a little bit because he can't run his own show.
I know you're not talking. You can't even use the control room properly.
But anyway, he loses a lot, but also they haven't done anything good with him since he left the Shield. Let's be honest.
He's the same character. He's the same
Exactly.
guy.
Exactly. How much has he evolved since he left the Shield?
I mean, he has the same theme song.
Same
Like,
theme song, same outfit, same everything. He's
and
just same guy.
it's been a while since the Shield broke up. It's not like it was, a couple months ago. It's been a long time.
Been three
It's been
years,
3 years. Yeah.
The only
three
thing
years
that
and
they
three
ever
months.
changed is they made like his logo red on his vest. That's it. They haven't done anything with him. They won't give
Oh,
him
yeah,
person.
and
I
he
mean,
has a
they
yeah.
changed his entrance, so he doesn't come to the
Yeah.
crowd. That's another thing they
But
changed. That's
yeah, they did change that. Well, probably because they stopped doing it once he started getting booed unmercifully.
Well,
oh,
he's got his own logo now too.
Well, the thing is, getting back to the Cena Reigns, this is just a really perplexing feud because it really doesn't. I mean, like basically both guys are taking pot shots at each other, and they're pretty much all one and the same. They're two characters that are guys who don't have won a lot more than they've lost. They've had their now. I have to say one thing: Reigns main eventing 3 consecutive WrestleManias and possibly a 4th this year. Only one other wrestler has done that, and that was Hulk Hogan. And that's very Cena even. Cena's only main evented 5 WrestleManias. Reigns is almost approaching that already.
This is his yard now.
And the thing is, oh, 2 of those matches stunk. And that was the one against Taker and the one against Triple H. The one against Brock was perfect. Even before Rollins
I didn't
came
think
in.
the Triple H match was that bad. I just think we knew it was going to happen, so we
see,
assumed it was that bad.
see, at 31, let me just tell you this: at 31, WWE booked their way out of the corner because they were stuck in the corner, and they booked their way out of that.
Well, they were smart him spearing Stephanie and taking her out of the match. Honestly,
I'm talking about 31.
I know that was the match you were talking about. Yeah. It was, but
Triple
no.
threat.
Well, let's see. With Reigns and Cena, I do not see how, after everything Cena said about Reigns, pretty much almost character assassination. That first promo they had against each other, and Reigns was stalling and kind of lost for words at times, and then Cena
And
had
that
that
was
little.
honestly that was great. Like
That was great. I hope it lights a fire under his ass. That's the thing I'm hoping. I hope say, you know what? And the thing is, I really think Reigns has a good personality away from WWE when he doesn't have to listen or recite stupid scripted garbage that does not sound like anything he would say. he has a he is a good personality. I've seen him and stuff out of WWE. He's good. He's fine. The WWE just gives him stupid scripted dialogue that just sounds like a freaking robot, and it's just dumb. That's just how I feel about it. They did it when Cena has more free range now because Cena's pretty much bulletproof. But
I mean,
I
he's a
think
vet.
he's a vet. He's a guy who's made money. The guy's a cash cow. He still is cash cow to this day. I think Cena is going to take the L here. I think Cena doesn't need the win. Reigns is going to get the W. I think Reigns needs the win after all the losses he's had to Strowman and Lesnar. And unfortunately, they are building towards even Wrestling Observer Meltzer even said that the plan is all roads ahead to Lesnar and Reigns at WrestleMania in the main event for the Universal title. And I think Reigns is going to get the win, and I would not be the least bit surprised if Cena gives him the big thumbs up and endorses him. That's the thing that is really going to piss me off. After everything they've said to each other, that Cena just shakes his hand and pretty much says, "Oh, he's the guy now." And I just think that's so lame and ham-fisted. I just thing is like Reigns. I don't even consider him a babyface anymore. He just seems like he's just there. He's just a guy. He's almost like just pretty much what a tweener.
Yeah,
A tweener
and
is.
I actually, I kind of like it. I think it works. There's no use. I don't think there's any use turning him at this point. But anyway, Amy,
Hi.
hello, welcome back.
Hi. Well,
I know you didn't
here
go
you
anywhere
guys.
technically. I'm just saying.
I know. Well, here's something Roman Reigns said about John Cena, just to clear your guys' air. I will be completely honest, me and John have always been cordial, but I would never say we were close friends by any means. There's business respect, and that's what makes it special. We're truly competing against each other, and I think people see that. So it's legit them versus each other, which I like because I was not in favor of any of this at all. But then they started throwing shots at each other, and it caught my eye, and I love it. It seems like Cena's burying Roman, but they're just I don't see it being buried. I feel like Cena's kind of putting him over to a degree because Cena's saying he can't win against him, but Roman's also saying, "Hey, I've sold this, done this. Where have you been?" type deal. So I see Roman winning. I like Roman. I think he's had a crapshoot for a run thanks to WWE, but I actually like the guy, and I think he's gonna do well over Cena. I don't see like some handshake or raise the hand. I see maybe a nod, one of those nods that are out of respect. But I've actually liked these promos. I record all Raw because I work usually Monday nights. And I will fast forward through a lot of the promos because I'm like, oh, I'm not going to sit through 15 minutes of crap. But I can say I actually really like their segments and should be a good match. Two guys who don't come from too much of a wrestling background at all. They're pure talent and they've evolved along the way, so they should do well against each other. I like that they haven't really had them in matches against each other, so it's kind of anticipation build up. It's like
Well,
they
I
did it
mean,
for. It's how
yeah.
they did it for AJ Styles and John Cena. If anyone has had to see that feud and go back and watch, because AJ called out John the same exact way Roman did to a degree, and Cena's even pulling some of the crap that AJ said about him into this feud, saying, "I'm not burying Roman. Roman's burying Roman." Cena admits his character buries talent, and that's what I like. I like the honesty that's coming out of this, and I think Roman's going to take the win. It's going to help him in the future, and it'll be Roman versus Brock at WrestleMania, and I say the Shield reunites then. Foley, no more Baby Shield.
It's just not the Shield without Roman, baby. Moving on. We got the main event of the evening. We got your Universal Champion, your undisputed Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar, going up against Braun Strowman. Um, I'm definitely excited for this match. This match has all the capabilities of being match of the night. To be honest, just because of what it is, and I think it will be a really good match. I still think Brock wins. It's just gonna be if Braun gets pinned straight up, it's just gonna be weird. It's just gonna be like, huh? Because it's been a while since I think we've seen Braun just get beaten at all. It feels like,
Double count out. Make it double
yeah,
count out.
like for real. Like it's just been. I mean, it's been a while since we've seen Braun got actually being beat, and I mean I'm definitely liking Braun right now. Roman elevated Braun, he just did. It's how it is, and I appreciate it because I didn't. I mean, I always come into it with an open mind, so I can't say I didn't like Braun. I was kind of a fan of Braun. I didn't really like the jobber matches at the time, um, but I definitely think it's going to be a good match. I'm excited. I'm ready for Samoa to come back because I missed that man. He should have been champion. But I'm going with Brock Lesnar, your reigning,
Well, that was their
defending,
plan.
undisputed, universal champion. Justin.
Actually, I love that jobber matches, especially with James Ellsworth. Especially with James Ellsworth. Nah, no, 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 no. On this match, I have Brock Lesnar retaining title here. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna be working Survivor Series. Is he gonna be working Survivor Series?
I hope so. I think he is. He worked last year's Survivor Series. I probably
No,
worked
He,
this one too.
I think
I mean,
he's leaving soon.
Well, he's supposed to. His contract expires the day after WrestleMania.
No,
That's
but
why.
I think he's leaving soon for
Well, he's
something.
not fight. He's not leaving to fight John Jones.
He's I heard he's leaving for something for a while.
He don't want to fight John Jones. John Jones is the GOAT if he'll freaking keep himself out of trouble.
That's a
I met.
problem.
I actually met him at SummerSlam in 2013. Well, I was in the pool in my pool at my hotel, and I saw this guy walking. I go like, "Wait, that's John Jones." I didn't recognize him at first, but yeah.
Bones is the GOAT, and I hate to say it because I like Anderson Silva. Anyway,
But no, I got Brock Lesnar win here. It's gonna be a really good match. Like, I really got into Braun Strowman over this like whole summer. Like, Braun Strowman has done great things, and he's really trimmed down a lot in like weight, and he's getting the mabs though. He's getting the mabs, and he's become a lot better worker. And I like
because that's all we're caring.
his match. What'd you say?
I was just, it was just funny to me. You
What did
said
you say?
it was just funny that you said that. I don't know why.
No, but I like his match he had with Big Show. That he did a really good match against him. Last steel cage match, and he's a good worker for a really big man. And
Yeah, yes, he
I got,
is.
and we don't really have that much of these days. I mean,
I
Damon
mean,
they're a great big man right
he,
now.
he's still a typical big man. Like, there's not a lot that's different from Braun than any other big guy.
He can fly. I'm joking. He can't fly that much.
I mean, y'all act like we talking about Congo Kong or something.
I mean,
Hey,
if we see Braun Strowman doing a 450 splash,
he won't. Who do you think he is, bro? He ain't that 800-pound dude that did the moonsault. Casey,
You know what we need? We need Keith Lee. Okay.
right?
Um, like I said, with how dominant Braun Strowman's been the past couple weeks, he's gonna lose. He's just that's what killed it for me. Like I like that he was so dominant, but it was too dominant. It was to the point where you knew Lesnar was gonna win. Like WWE needs to stop doing that. Stop making it so predictable. But unfortunately, Lesnar. I would love to see Strowman win, but he's not gonna do it.
All right, Brandon.
Well, I'd say I'm really excited for this match. I am a big fan of Braun Strowman. I think he's great. I think honestly, I I've always kind of had a fondness for the big guy wrestlers as a kid. Like one of my first favorite wrestlers was the Undertaker, and I just always thought that and this guy has a presence about him. Just think, guys, this guy debuted just a tad over 2 years ago, and as the black sheep of the Wyatt family. And when he was first introduced, people chanted, "Who are you?" 2 years later, this guy is going to be going against one of the most recognizable wrestlers in the world, and Brock Lesnar for the Universal title, the top title on Raw. Just an unbelievable 2 years this guy's had. Just what he's been able to do, unbelievable. I love Braun Strowman. I think he's great. I think Braun's going to lose. I'd love for Braun to win. It would thrill me immensely to get the title off of Brock, just because Brock just I don't know, it was cool the first time he won the title from
Against
Cena.
John Cena, I was yeah.
I was
Uh,
cool, but I just honestly the thought of him keeping that belt until March just kind of it pains me to think about it, just because it's so much time between now and March, between now and WrestleMania in New Orleans, and I think that I think Strowman's ready to be champion. The guy is, I mean, the guy to be his size, he moves good. He put a good match together against Big Show is not a spring chicken, and they put together two very good matches, and a cage match, and that match where they broke the ring. Just unbelievable what they were able to do out there.
they didn't
Strowman
break the
had
ring.
a
They broke the cage.
well, yeah, oh yeah. Well, I'm talking about the match where they broke the ring and then he threw him through the cage, which kind of weird because you think about it. When Big Show's first night in the WWF, he
Yeah, he debuted. Yeah.
threw Stone
Hmm.
Cold through the cage, and then he got thrown through the cage on
It,
what possibly could be one of maybe his last match for a while, but we'll see. But I love Strowman. Think Strowman's going to lose, but I think it's going to be a damn good match. Honestly, it's so cool seeing when those two get together and the crowd noise when Brock suplexed Strowman and Strowman popped right back up. It was unbelievable. It was so cool. You can hear the crowd just go. Oh, you don't see and hear things like that anymore in wrestling. It's so cool to see that. A lot of times you just have crowds sit on their hands, and I hate those kind of crowds because they make the show boring, even more boring than it might already be. But seeing the crowd react to Strowman and Lesnar in the ring, especially at SummerSlam, just unbelievable. Unbelievable the electricity you can feel in that building. I know that's a cliche, but I mean the thing is, it's a good chemistry they had in the Fatal 4-Way match at SummerSlam. I think they're going to have a good match here. I hope it's not just going to be Brock throwing 8 German suplexes, but Strowman's such a big guy. I don't see him getting suplexed that much.
um,
But
can
Brock's a freak of nature, though.
can I say something?
Go ahead.
I just saw so WrestleMania is going to be in New Orleans this year at the Superdome.
Mm-hmm.
Just think last time they were in the Superdome, he was beating Taker.
Yeah, that's right.
This year, he'll be losing. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it could. Well, it could be his last match in this run.
This is karma coming back.
I
This is
mean,
this is karma coming back to Brock Lesnar for ending the streak.
well, the thing is, this is just me personally. I think that the WWE is giving the Roman Cena and Strowman Lesnar matches away too early.
Definitely, these are WrestleMania worth matches, and
These
they're
are
giving them on like a B paper, or not even. This is like a B pay-per view.
Well,
This is
but
a
I,
B
I,
pay per
th-
view.
I think too though WWE does not want to have No Mercy be referred to as a B pay-per-view.
The thing is, if you're gonna feel,
that's referred to as a B pay-per-view. When you think about it from a marketing standpoint.
well, yeah. I mean, that's true. But you have to remember, the Superdome is a large stadium. It holds nearly 80,000 people. And WrestleMania sells itself. The name WrestleMania sells itself. But if you want to pack people in a dome of that size, a building of that size, you put on the best card you can. And matches like Strowman and Lesnar are something that you honestly could milk the hell out of that. You could have milked that out a lot further than just giving it to everybody just a month later after SummerSlam. You could have waited, especially since Lesnar doesn't show up that often anyway. You can milk that sucker as long as you wanted to. But you know what? I'm going to look at the positives. I'm glad we're getting to see it on Sunday. I'm excited. I was excited for the Joe Lesnar match back in the Great Balls of Fire. I liked it, but even though it ended abruptly, I did not like the way it ended with Joe taking the one F5 and getting pinned clean. I didn't like that. I don't think this match is going to end clean. What I mean by that, I think it's going to be more like a screwy type finish, but I think Lesnar will win. I think it's going to be like a screwy finish where, like, I think really honestly, you talking about people being protected. Strowman is one of the most protected and one of the most carefully booked wrestlers I've seen in a long time, and WWE does not book that like that as much anymore. But I am very interested to see what happens. Strowman, I think, has a lot of upside to him. I think honestly he could be a guy who can carry that company as like the main monster, almost kind of like an Undertaker or Kane like wrestler for the next 10. I mean, the next 10 years. I mean, the guys that has that much of a presence to him.
I mean, you just gotta have somebody to elevate you. Amy, Brock,
Hi.
LeBron.
Simple, Brock. We're not gonna have Braun win the title yet. Are you kidding me? Their money's in there. Part-time, never seen champion. That's it. They built up Strowman too much. It's just like how they built him up in those squash matches. They don't know how to build up a strong person. They squash someone for 30 seconds and then you put him in a 15 to 20 minute fight and they lose and people are upset. Well, you never showed the man could actually wrestle. You just showed he could squash someone 2 times smaller. That's your problem, not mine. Brock wins.
All right. Man, that was quick. Anyway.
I got you, DJ.
Thank you. I was gonna say boo boo, but I thought Casey would get offended, so I held back.
It's okay.
But anyway, this was ICW. What? Wait. Do we need a Brock Braun preview right now, Casey? But anyway, I'm excited to watch NXT. After what I just saw. Well, I just saw it like probably about an hour ago, but still, it was amazing. We should watch NXT. Their review's coming up tomorrow. I don't have time to deal with tonight and actually survive tomorrow, so that'll be coming up tomorrow. Also, the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, episode 5. Episode 5. Good. We way past 5 now. They're going. We on 7. Episode 7, I should say, will be either Friday or Saturday. I have to travel to a game again this Friday, so that kind of pushes me back a little bit. So either Friday or Saturday, we will let you know. Impact as well coming up tomorrow, so be sure to check that out as well. We'll see you guys next time. We do hope you guys enjoyed your ICWP Predicts No Mercy 2017.